Mastering the art of passive voice in English. Hello, and welcome back to our channel. Today we are diving deep into the English language, focusing specifically on a key aspect of formal writing. We're talking about the passive voice. Now, to really grasp how to use the passive voice, we need to understand how to identify the subject, verb, and object in a sentence. So, buckle up, because today we're going to dissect English sentences like never before. Before we dive into the passive voice, let's get familiar with our main components: subject, verb, and object. The subject is usually the doer of the action, or who or what the sentence is about. The verb is the action being performed, and the object is what is receiving the action. Let's take a simple sentence as an example. John, subject, kicked, verb, the ball, object. In this sentence, John is performing the action of kicking, and the ball is receiving the action. Now that we understand the subject, verb, and object, let's transform our sentences from active to passive voice. In active voice, the sentence structure is typically subject-verb-object, as in our previous example. In contrast, a passive voice sentence typically follows the structure object-verb-subject. Using our previous example, a passive voice sentence would look like this. The ball, object, was kicked, verb, by John, subject. The action is still the same, but the focus is now on the ball, the receiver of the action, instead of John, the doer of the action. To form a passive voice sentence, we generally use the form be, verb plus past participle. The past participle of a verb is usually the form that ends in ed, n, or t. Here's a generic example. The cake, object, was eaten, verb, by the children, subject. Notice how the verb is in the past participle form, eaten, and is preceded by the be, verb, was. Alright, that's a wrap for today. We have learned how to identify the subject, verb, and object in a sentence, and we've also learned how to form sentences in the passive voice. It's a lot to take in, but with practice, it will become second nature. Keep practicing, and remember, in the art of English language learning, practice and patience are your best friends. Thanks for joining us today, and we look forward to seeing you in our next lesson.